going to move on to the connect sphere. I did not get confidence for language and how I feel about how I misspell things and words. I did not gain confidence on that by doing it. I gained confidence for that by just gaining overall confidence. And if it's not something that you already have, or that you've been taught as an ability, as a personality trait, then it's hard to know how to do it or how to have it if you don't know what it looks like. So that's what this connect sphere is about. To me, this is going and connecting with those positive role models, the people that you want to absorb that kind of energy and the things that they're doing, because you see that they're progressing and evolving in their lives, and that's something that's like the direction that you want to go. So for me, this is just something, this isn't something that I did as a teenager or as a kid or even as a young woman. And Ralph Smart was somebody that I watched numerous videos over and over, and I started understanding how he talked about himself, how he expressed himself, the words that he chose. And so I would say that if I make this observation, my acceptance about language and grammar and spelling is not necessarily an acceptance about these things that I do, but more so an acceptance and a self-confidence within myself. So what I'm going to do with this connect sphere is I'm going to write Ralph Smart, because he is the person that I connected with, even though he doesn't know who I am or what I got from him. He's still somebody that I connected with, somebody that's in my tribe, my community, that I can go to his content and I know that I can find something a little bit deeper about myself through his reflection. So that's what the connect sphere is. This is your, I suppose you would want to say, your idol, your mentor, your inspiration, your muses. That's what we're going to put here. And I'm going to carry this light bulb theme because he was a giant light bulb for me in this winter, this depression that I had. That is a funny looking, you know what? Okay, so this is a light bulb, but it kind of started to look like an eraser at the end. So this light bulb is going to be a funny light bulb. It's going to be a light bulb that's like a pencil with an eraser at the end. I suppose because he gave me the confidence to not worry about and not need that eraser to fix my mistakes, to just realize that my uniqueness is all of my little flaws added up together. So we're going to put connect. That's what this sphere is doing. So if you'll notice, we've created our purpose and our focus and a positive intention that's going to support that. And then we're gaining momentum and energy and thoughts, feelings that are positive, that are trying to generate the acceptance of language and grammar within ourselves. But maybe this is a guidance counselor, maybe it's your parents, maybe it's a best friend or an aunt. As I was sitting here thinking about how can I express myself today in regards to the acceptance of language and grammar and mistakes, I'm kind of being called back to a couple of different things here on the page. And right here I want to make note that the etymology is basically, it's the history of the words. So it's quite interesting how this can be, I'm thinking right now, I'm going to just draw some water in here. This is kind of a fluid thing. This happened in a certain time. We don't know what's going on in those eras and those times. So we don't know the condition of why this word means what it does. Just because we see something that's written in a book or on the internet doesn't necessarily mean it's true. It's still just a perception that some person had and reflected upon it. I think that's really where the beauty and the art of words are, because it's really that perception of your experiences or that person's experiences. So the other thing now with this water is over here we have the space. I'm going to write infinite waters, because that was the Instagram name for Ralph Smart. So I wanted to put some water in here. If you ever kind of are depressed or down on yourself, I'd recommend checking out some of his videos. They're very motivating and inspiring. I want to take a second and thank Ralph for the content that he puts out, because it really did help me a lot in the development of improving myself and coming up with this creative way of expressing myself.